Like the Robert Frost poem, our Royal Roots is lovely, dark, and deep.
All right, welcome back to another week of beer releases. This week we have one, and it's, I think, maybe an old favorite.
It's definitely a favorite of the brew crew, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Royal Roots, and that's our English style porter. If I have to say, yes, this is like a Fuller's clone type beer. You know, that was something that I used to go with Ken Broadhead. He and I would meet somewhere every week or two to talk about the brewery for like 7 years, and Royal Mile happened to be that place a lot of times.
If you want Fuller's, that's where you got to go.
That's right.
So.
And back when they had the hand pump engines, that was the deal.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But really nice style of beer. Not overly thick or heavy or anything like that. The neat thing this year is that we can condition this. We keg and can condition, sort of like home brewers would do. We dosed the bright tank with sugar and ran off our kegs and then canned it right away and let nature take its course. And
I mean, look at that head formation, right?
Yeah.
That natural carbonation.
That's right.
Yeah, so English style, right? A lot of these traditionally were served on cask, like John was talking about. The hand pumps were at the Royal Mile, or to replicate kind of that old cask system that you would still see if you went over to a lot of pubs in England. Generates kind of like a softer beer. It's a lower carbonation level. We do have a beer engine in here where we do serve casks. A lot of them are treated, but they end up lower carb levels. The cask can't hold the same kind of carbonation pressure that you get from more modern forced carbed beer that most of our beers and most of the beers that you guys drink are. The natural carbonation is just a little different than forcing CO2 into solution when the yeast does it itself. It tends to be like a little softer. It tends to be a little sweeter, I think.
Yeah.
I think it accentuates the flavors a little better. It gives you a little fuller, rounder mouthfeel, and that's kind of perfect for this beer.
Maybe a little creamy as well.
Yeah. What's the difference between a porter and a stout? Is basically what you decide to call it, right? Like a stout, the term stout came from like a stout porter, like a stronger porter.
Yeah.
So the dividing line is kind of fuzzy, but I think most people would say a porter is going to have, it's not going to be as thick and as rich. It's not going to have as much alcohol. It's going to be kind of a more sessionable or easily drinking beer. This is, but that natural carbonation still gives it this fullness and this richness.
5.8% alcohol. And I think another hallmark for me between porters and stouts is porters tend to be maybe a little more chocolate influence and stouts a little more roast. I mean, not that they don't have the chocolate, but
sure. And these days of pastry stouts, I think everything is chocolate at this point. But that's definitely true. And this has both roast and chocolate character. It has a little bit of yeast ester, like that English yeast ester brings like kind of like a little orchard fruit, like a little hint of cherry or a little hint of apple.
It does, definitely. Yeah. I was almost getting a little cinnamon, just a hint.
Sure.
Like chocolate and just a tiny bit of cinnamon, like spice,
It's fun how the interplay of different, there is no cinnamon in the beer, but fun how the interplay of various flavor components can cause your mind to kind of like fill in blanks and give you additional flavors that aren't in the beer necessarily. But
I hope you guys enjoy this, and cheers to another week of beer releases.
Yeah, we're getting close to the end of 3 straight years of beer release every week. So you guys seem to be enjoying it. We're still enjoying doing it. So hopefully we'll see you this Halloween, and you might be able to tell it's a spooky time here in the tap room. So come join us for our Halloween party. I think costume contest maybe. Usually there is.
Usually we'll have a photo booth. Lots of fun stuff here Saturday evening. So,
yeah. So join us Saturday evening. Join us tomorrow on Friday. Try the Royal Roots. Let us know if you like it. Follow us on social medias.
YouTube.
Yep.
Subscribe if you would. Give us a thumbs up, whatever.
For sure.
Yep.
We're
not blowing up on YouTube yet, so
that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cheers.